Oh lord, here we go again. More stupid shit from Sony. Our favorite Californian slash not Japanese company. Am I right, boys? Anyway, welcome. Today, hopefully you enjoy some old music from the PlayStation History Library as we rant on about the PlayStation Pro. What the fuck? The PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, these whole pro models and shit have never been my cup of tea of really caring about at all, to be honest. I mean, the only one that's ever actually had exclusive games was like the new 3DS, and that only had like 2-3 retail games and like 2 downloads, so like 5 games. And most companies aren't daring enough to make anything basically exclusive to them because the immense alienation from the people who got the original models. So, yeah. Now, I don't know how well like the PlayStation 4 Pro and shit sold, but I mean, regardless, like this is a joke. The PS4 was always a little bit pricey, but then the PS5, original PS5 always went up there in price. For anyone making the whole inflation argument, like I think OG price has always done that. Like seriously, I mean I just don't know what the fuck anyone's expecting otherwise. Now. We have now the new PlayStation 5 Pro, which will, without a disc drive, cost fucking $700. And if you want your disc drive, which I would hope you do, it'll cost you basically $800. Basically, you'll be 20 short from 800. And you know, with taxes and shit, you're just guaranteed to be 800 more. And I don't even want to imagine what taxes are like for any country, including my own, with this fucking death device. Now, history's shown that consoles that dare go super expensive have been horrifying failures. Look at shit like the 3DO and the Panasonic. These were consoles that failed horrifically because of how much insane money they was. It was ridiculous amounts of fucking money. Oops, excuse me, Frostborn's trying to join on me. He always wants to join on these, don't he? Now the PS5, it's like always a pretty worthless console to me. The only reason I even have the fucking thing is because when they announced the whole slim version with its removable disc drive that requires a one-time internet connection to actually function. Well, I was like, well, I might as well just get the fucking OG now, I guess. Because it sounds like this model is going to have some problems unless somebody finds a way to hack the device or something. Which could happen in the future, possibly, potentially, maybe, but not really for sure. So I went and got an original model in that case scenario. And hey, if that happens in the future, I mean, I'm sure the price will go down somewhat. So it'll be more common than the base model, at least, or I would think. But yeah, the Pro, I don't see who this is made for. Like, sure, there's like probably 1 or 2 people insane enough to waste that much money on whatever fucking graphic upgrade it might actually potentially be towards the base unit. But fuck. The everyday person isn't going to waste that kind of money that easy. I mean, I fucking own over 4,000 video games and have pretty much every console you can mostly imagine without having to dig to the much lesser known ones. And I think it's too fucking much money. I'm not buying it. I've never bought any of these pro fucking model things of any of this fucking garbage because I've always considered that 100% waste of money. And this is an even bigger waste of fucking money. What the fuck were they thinking? Especially after Concord. Also, in case you didn't know, they actually raised the price of their controllers by $5. And they just recently increased the price of the whole fucking base console in fucking Japan by like fucking, I think, 200 USD or something. I can't really remember, but they raised the Japanese price, and before that, like, I don't know how long ago it was, but they raised it in, I think in Europe, so somewhere else that. But yeah, like, they keep raising it, and with the failure of Concord, it seems like, it feels more like this is a desperate measure to make up for less money or something, which is just bullshit. You wasted all that time making a fucking game that basically no one really wanted, aside from select few people. And those select few people were enough to support it. And you shut it down. The fuck? Like, just because you wasted all your money doesn't mean you have to punish your consumer base that you've spent almost nothing but constantly fucking punishing us. Ever since you went to California in the mid-PS4 life, you've done nothing but continuously fucking punish your long-term fans over and over and over and over again. More and more every fucking time. Honestly, I'm going to be very surprised if I even care about whatever the fuck comes after the PS5. PS5 has basically little interest to me. Honestly, I mean, considering how Japan's been still supporting the PS4, it's probably more likely they're going to support the PS5 once the PS6 comes out, which should just be fucking hilarious. Or if anything, probably a huge chunk of them are just going to abandon fucking Sony and just focus on whatever the fuck Nintendo's next console is. Because, again, like, Sony is just, I don't know what the fuck they're thinking about at all anymore. Like, it's like their goal is to literally ruin themselves. It's funny, you know, after the whole Concord thing, and then that Astrobot game came out, and everyone's like, oh, they'll go, oh yeah, they're saved, and then they announce the price tag of the PS4 Pro, and everyone's like, no. Now, I am happy, from what I've seen, is pretty much universally everyone fucking hates this, so that's good. Because I've seen maybe 2 incredibly minor defenses of this, which are pretty much from journalist-type people. Jeff Keighley, who's making the whole inflation argument. I hate inflation arguments, by the way. Look, if you want to claim, you're like, oh, PS1 with inflation would have been $900 in today's money. So see, the price increases. Look. I don't give a fuck, okay? Okay? Look, I get what inflation is. I get the point of looking at it sometimes. But you want to know the cruel reality is? I still didn't spend $900 fucking dollars on a PS1! So fuck you! I'm sick of hearing that shit! Sick of it! I'm sick of hearing about the inflation fucking argument because it's bullshit. It's nothing but bullshit to fucking make a stupid, pointless argument so you can justify a higher price. Fuck you. You have better arguments arguing about SNES games that actually costed more than $60. But we've already talked about those reasons. Because chips, the cartridges and everything cost more, which is exactly why Switch tax is a thing, because it's the exact same concept. Cartridges are more expensive than discs. Anyway, you can probably tell I'm a little sick of the inflation argument. And that's all Jeff Keighley had to really offer. It's like, oh, with inflation, PS1 was $900, PS2 was like $700, PS3 is like $800. So see, this is a fantastic deal. Blah, 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 blah. But look, And on top of that, it's such an insult because so many people are having trouble fucking surviving through a fucking pandemic fucking hellscape of money earnings and shit. Like, a lot of people lost their jobs and fucking had to change career, and, you know, fucking prices of food and shit's increased. Housing's a fucking mess. Ooh. Excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold. I don't fucking understand how any of these fucking people that probably get, like, the fucking consoles and shit for free, so they're fucking all just, oh, look, man, it's so easy. Life is easy, riding the highway to hell. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Seriously. Get down to earth. Get off your fucking pedestal and join the rest of us in fucking reality. A PS5 Pro is way too much money. The AAA market's already a gobbledygooked hellscape that I've already made multiple arguments talking about how the budget is unrealistic and is just a fucking joke. And this has been a problem since the PS3, and it continues to get worse. Stop fucking spending more money in a wheel. It's just so mind-boggling that nobody in the industry seems to realistically understand how to fucking control money. Stop being an irresponsible idiot with a credit card and fucking learn how to finance your fucking budgets and shit. It's such a joke. It's such a fucking joke. It needs to stop. Please, for the love of humanity, stop. Oh, Lord, just stop. Please. Please stop. But yeah. I really hope this thing fails bad. Because there's two reasons I think there's a big problem here, besides just the fucking price. The fact, unlike the Slim, there is no disc model. It has to be bought separate. So just to play your physical media is an additional $80 if you buy this model. Now, this is a joke, and honestly, look, if you want my opinion of what would make this worth $700, has physical media. It can backwards play 4, 3, 2, and 1. There. Now you have a system that encourages being $700. This monstrosity just makes the graphics look slightly better. And maybe loads just a little faster. Thank you for the extra $400-some. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. How about make a wheel-enhanced console? Like I said, if it had backwards compatibility with fucking everything in your damn catalog, that would be amazing and actually worth that fucking money. But it's not. It's not any of that. It's an atrocity and a joke, and it shouldn't even be a fucking thing. And you know, what's even more makes more, like, no sense to me is that there was that whole thing where they were saying, like, we're in the midlife of the PS5, or, like, the in-life, or whatever. Oh, excuse me. And it's like, you're gonna make this monstrosity console. The cost of shit, like, you could buy multiple Switches. You could buy fucking multiple of pretty much any console except for, like, a Neo Geo and shit. This is a joke. This is an insult. This costs more than the fucking PlayStation 5 VR headset, which also was an expensive joke. That only got recently because of the $200 price drop it had for sale. Like, oh Lord, please. Please, Sony is so confusing to me. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You just do everything inhumanely to destroy everything you've legacily made of your life. Honestly, I've always said that, you know, I don't really feel like physical media is going anywhere very fast. I've always said that because that's always been a thing since like PS2, where they say, oh, the next console will have physical, next console will have physical, next console will have physical. I don't think the PS6 is going to drop physical, but it's very clear with this attempt to make people have to pay more money, they're trying to get future generations on that mindset to stop caring. And, I mean, this is a common strat to change consumer mind. Make the thing you don't want them to have cost more than the thing you do want them to do. The digital games. I would fully believe that the PS6 will likely follow a very similar strat and make physical media an additional price point on top of the console. And honestly, I feel like we're getting closer to that day where I'm going to leave the industry as it is. Now, Nintendo we still have hope for Nintendo if the next console can hopefully not have horrible ports on the fucking thing, hopefully. But I mean, otherwise, like, I'm even more fearful of what the fuck, like, Sony will bring forth after all this. I don't see this thing succeeding. And either this is a really limited release to try and recoup a shitload of money off whales, or this is a horrible business decision. I don't know what they're doing and hoping for out of this. But I'm just glad everyone isn't agreeing it is an abomination not worth the price. But yeah. If you have any questions or anything, or want to ask me anything else related to this topic, feel free to leave a comment down below. But yeah, this is stupid. It continues to infuriate me how this shit keeps going, and going and going and going. The wide feels like it's not stopping anytime soon. Anyway, this is me waiting the angry video game nerd's womb. Until next time. Oh, by the way, I need to, let's see, what is valuable around here? Oh yeah, the NES stuff. Give me the NES stuff. Anyway, goodbye, so long, suckers!